Welcome everybody to Severe Weather Update. It is the 11th of March 2022 and I want to do a quick update for some potential severe weather and possible tornadoes in the southeast United States, basically in the south part of Georgia and the Florida Panhandle. I like to do these updates for situations where the storms will be occurring potentially at a time when people are not awake or not aware of the storm activity, and that's the case tonight. Anywhere from 2 to 6 a.m. this morning is going to be the greatest threat of severe weather, and I'm going to point it out to you here. There are no watches at this time, but I suspect that a severe thunderstorm watch or tornado watch will be issued for this area maybe around midnight or so. And so hopefully you get this video before you go to sleep tonight. Set your NOAA weather radio if you live in the areas I'm about to show you. So if you look here, this is the day one convective outlook. And the enhanced area, which is 3 out of 5 on the scale. So it's a relatively significant risk for severe weather, is in the Panhandle of Florida, Tallahassee area, and southern Georgia. And I will show you on a map exactly which cities that includes. So let's now look. This I found on the Tallahassee National Weather Service webpage. And it shows the enhanced risk a little closer up, and you can see some of the cities on here: Apalachicola, Tallahassee, Bainbridge, Georgia, Albany, Georgia, Tifton, Georgia, Valdosta, Georgia, Perry, Florida are some of the areas. These aren't highly populated areas, but Tallahassee is the capital of Florida. There's a significant amount of population in some of these cities, and isolated tornadoes may pop up in the middle of the night. And you can see tornadoes possible. It's showing here on this map. Severe thunderstorms with straight line winds of 50 to 70 miles an hour. Some possible flash flooding and quarter-size hail is possible this early this morning. And I'm going to show you on a map the projected time frame when this line of severe weather is expected to come through. So let's go ahead and do that right now. If you look at, this is the GFS model, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, it is. It's the GFS model. And if you look on here, this is for 9Z. 9Z is about 5 a.m. And right about that time, they have the largest amount of severe weather showing on this composite prediction or projected composite radar map. And it's showing in the exact area where the enhanced risk of severe weather is located, just at about 5 a.m. So this is not something you're going to probably be able to stay awake for. That's why I suggest NOAA weather radio if you live in this area. But that's where it shows the storms coming through at about that time. I can kind of go through this. As you can see, at 6Z, which is about 1 a.m., the storms have not yet developed in the area that has the enhanced risk. So it's going to take until 3, 4, 5 a.m. The very next slide is when you see the line of storms in the orange colors on here. And then if you go another 3 hours or 6 hours later, you can see them move through the peninsula of Florida, but not quite as strong as you continue through. Let's now look at something called the Sigtor. This is the significant tornado parameter. And they use various indicators to come up with the likelihood of severe weather in any particular area. This is also at 9Z, which is at about 5 a.m. Eastern time. And you can see on this map, same area. It's right around here where you can see the severe weather threat based on the Sigtor. So there is a possibility of tornadoes in this area early Saturday morning. Anyway, there will probably be tornado watches or a severe thunderstorm watch issued for this area, but it won't be issued until later this evening. Keep an eye out for that, and keep your NOAA weather radio on if you live in the Panhandle of Florida or in southern Georgia. And be aware that there is a threat for severe weather very, very, very early in the morning. I do have one other slide I want to show, and that is for the potential severe weather threat for later on Saturday and then potentially on early Sunday. And you can see it moves as that storm system moves through. first of all, it's going to bring a lot of snow and winter weather as it comes through in this area as it moves up to the northeast. Potentially could even become a small nor'easter. But I'm not really here today to describe the winter weather situation. I'm sure there'll be other videos on that. I'm really here more interested in the potential tornado threat. And I think late on Saturday and early Sunday, that threat shifts to the eastern portions of South Carolina and North Carolina and Virginia, as you can see on here. There will be probably a lot of people live streaming and further updates. I doubt I'll do another update for the tornado threat in the Carolinas, but it will be there because right along the coast, again, this warm, moist air is being drawn into the low pressure system, and a lot of cold air is coming down this way as the whole system moves up to the northeast. And that is what causes the tornadoes. That's what causes the severe thunderstorms, because of this contrast between the cold air from the north coming in under a cold front and the warm, moist air coming from the Gulf of Mexico or even from the Atlantic from the south. And that can trigger some potentially tornadic activity or other severe thunderstorms. And there will be also very significant winter effects from this storm to the east of this area. So keep an eye out if you're in the eastern portions of South Carolina, North Carolina, or Virginia, or even further up the coast, for the potential of severe weather late tomorrow and early Sunday morning. Anyway, that is my severe weather update for today. Please keep an eye out on the weather, and thanks for tuning in. Thank you. Bye.